Welcome to Frontrunner Motorsport.
Okay, so this is actually part 2 of the video. Just showing off a few random bits I've got. We'll go with the video games, the books, and I've got a few other oddities that I want to show you. Starting with the video games, let's see, I think we'll start with the PS1 Formula 1 games. So you've got the original one. Let me get you out. So there you go, that's the one for the 99 season there, which is pretty cool, and 97. And the original one, which is, I actually remember being pretty shit, but there it is. But the PS1 era for me was defined by the British touring car games, because I loved 90s touring cars. So this was the first one where you had lots of different series you could race in, and then there's the first two, which was just British touring cars, 97 and 98. This is actually my original copy, I think. So I paid £20 at Electronic Boutique when I was about 9 years old. But I've played these games to death. I actually looked at the disc, it's very, very scratched, so it probably doesn't work, but that's because I have played them for days on end, probably. Over here, PS2 era as we move up, as I get older. Colin McRae 3, got played loads. I'm going to actually put these. Super Trucks, this game is really bad, but a lot of fun to play with friends. I seem to remember me and my brother playing this a lot, mostly just crashing into each other. I remember the trucks being really hard to control. It'd be nice to see another Super Trucks game, actually. There's a World Rally Championship. This was like the other series too. That's the official series, and Colin McRae was the unofficial series, but the Colin McRae ones I found to be better, personally. Some oddities now. Auto Modelista, very fun game. Off-Road Ride Open, not so fun. The continuation of the touring car games, we've got Tokyo Race Driver 3. I don't think I have the first two for some reason. I must have lost them or given them away. Another Colin McRae one. And again, some of the older Formula 1 games. We've got 2000 and 2001, and I believe 2006. That was a very good game. I think that was the first one where it was like, yeah, no, this is actually a really good game. The other ones, I just remember they are just like racing games with Formula 1 cars in, obviously. Again, I didn't get many for PS3 apparently. We have F1 2011 and WRC, which, you know, I break them out occasionally. And then on PS4, Project Cars is actually in there. I do have the Dirt Rally game. I think it's downstairs somewhere. And Colin McRae documentary, because obviously it was Colin McRae Dirt, and then unfortunately Colin McRae passed away. I also have Drive Club. I did buy last year's Formula 1. I don't tend to buy them every year because not much changes in them. So I tend to buy them every few years. That's probably proof by F1 2010. And then obviously the best F1 game of all time, F1 Race Stars. A Mario Kart clone with Formula 1 cars and cartoony drivers, and it has power-ups, and you have to go through the pits to fix your car. It's pretty naff. This is an interesting one. Does anyone remember the Superstar series? Because he released video games of it, and I have both of them. Yeah. That's about all I can say about them. Yeah, you can play as Gianni Morbidelli in an old BMW if you like. There you go. Going on to books. So we have Martin Brundle, Working the Wheel. This was a great book. I've got this as a kid, and as you can see, it's pretty worn out. And it's just Martin Brundle talking about the various massive accidents he's had at racetracks. It's actually about the tracks, but it's an interesting book. I have a few touring car like yearbooks, which again, that one's knackered. I must have read that one quite a lot. But yeah, as I said, British touring cars was always my favourite, and it really isn't anymore actually. I don't watch touring cars. I don't know what went wrong. No. And the other thing I was obsessed with when I was a kid was Minardi for some reason. I really like the underdog, I guess, but this is a great book. It covers every year of Minardi. It's got like great pictures in it and whatnot. And what was the point? I think a lot of teams ask themselves that after a while. Anyway, moving on from there, we are going to take a little trip around the room. I don't have a lot. This is just a pile of junk mostly. There's lots of Lego and stuff, but I do have a Schnitzer BMW down here. I believe that's an Alfa Romeo Spider there. I love that car. It's very pretty. It's Necto 1. Main thing around here is, if you remember Monster Jam and the monster trucks. Oh yeah, I've got loads of them. I think I brought these in America as well. When I went on holiday to Florida, it must have been like 2004, 2005. So I've had that. They're very dusty. They've just kind of been stuffed around this corner. But yeah, here they are. And the other thing I got on that holiday was the Jeff Gordon Pepsi NASCAR, which I think was like a one-off livery. And he sort of just sits in the corner of my room gathering dust. But yeah, that's my figures and cars. Unfortunately, I have got rid of a lot of this stuff. It's I didn't realise how much I'd gotten rid of. I used to have loads of models and bits and bobs. So the last thing I'm going to show you is in this little packet, which is something to do with the Motorsports Association. That's not important. Let's have a little nosy inside. So we've got a little MSA wallet. I've got my knees here. So in here we have some tickets to Brands Hatch for the British Touring Car Championship in 2010, which I must have gone to. So there's that. This is cool. This is an old Tyrrell sticker, as you can see there. Don't know why I've got that. It's just a little pack. What else do we have? The 1984 Grand Prix program. It's a nice little piece of kit. See, you can fill it in. Wow, that's actually pretty cool. It's got loads of stuff. We've got British Saloon Car Championship as well. Look at that. Oh yeah, there we go. Andy Rouse, Frank Sitner, Mike Newman. That's very cool. I didn't even know that was in there. An old Ferrari sticker. Very old. That's cool. Put that up somewhere. That would be the same one I went to, I guess. Yeah. That's fair enough. Got a little more. God, that's a big book. Is that the same Grand Prix, actually? It looks like it. It is the same Grand Prix. So, the official program's £2 and there's a smaller one as well. I don't know why. Well, this is actually like, this is a proper book. See the old Tyrrell there. Some adverts for a Ferrari, in case you want one. Ah, that's pretty decent. Some Duckham's motor oil from the 80s. If you need some. There's another British touring car program. This 2004. This is when the Masters race was, I think. Yeah, it was BTCC Masters. That was a good turn. I was actually at this one as well, and I remember the Masters race. It was very entertaining. I can't remember off the top of my head who won it. Anthony Reid won it. I remember now. That must be another one I went to in 2005. I did go quite a few times. I haven't been for a while. I wouldn't mind going again. There you go, the London Festival of Powerboat Racing. What year is this? 85. That's also pretty awesome, but I've never watched powerboat racing, funnily enough. But yeah, that's pretty cool. Look at that. The new Holmes team. Never heard of them. And that's all lined up. Maybe I should do a video covering powerboat racing, because I have no idea. Yeah, fair enough. Another Grand Prix one here. We'll point out these ones are before I was born, so I didn't go to these. I've never been to a Grand Prix. They're a bit expensive. Do you want a Vauxhall? The Vauxhall Forenza. There you go, 120 miles an hour. It's quick. That's also pretty cool. I like that. That's good. I think what's left in here is pretty much rubbish now. Oh yeah, this was the same Masters race. These are pictures I've probably taken, which are going to be really bad. And they're all stuck together. Yeah. Frank Bieler's Saiyan. See my hairy arms. It's that is an awful picture. Oh, that's it. That wasn't very interesting. The other oddities I have, actually up here. So here we have a couple of Arrows fridge magnets. Don't know if they still work, but I have them anyway. A Mazda MX-5. Stay still. There we are, look at that. Mazda MX-5 pin badge. What cool super guy wouldn't have that? I've never had a Mazda MX-5, so I don't know why I have a pin badge. We have a pretty nice Austin Healey badge. I don't know why I have this either, it's just something I've obviously picked up from somewhere. It might be quite old. When did Austin Healey go out of business? Focus. There we go. What's this one? That's horse racing. Forget that. There's a... There it is. British Leyland pin badge. This camera's at a weird angle. Probably pretty old as well. I think they went out of business early 90s. I don't know. Duckham's, as you do. That feels old, so there you go. And for some reason in the worst condition, a Stuart Ford pin. Pretty cool. I think Johnny Herbert would be proud of that. And my last piece is this, in this little bag, the Refuel Caterham F1 pin badge. If you remember, when Caterham were pretty much in the business of going bust, they were going to miss out on the last race of 2012, 2013. So they did a Kickstarter where you could back them and then basically pay for them to be there. And so I backed it. I mean, I was 23, so I probably should have known better. It was their last ever race. They didn't actually make another season return. It was just one race. But yeah, I helped pay for it. And that's the pin badge to prove it. I'm an idiot. Can't help it. Have a good one.